Can you hear that? That's the sound of 1 week destroying a whole narrative. Picture this. The Jets are 0-7. The owner publicly questions your worth. The city's patience is evaporating. And the quarterback who's taken the heat disappears into his closet and cries. Then 2 days later, he leads the team to a 39-38 comeback win. That's what happened on Sunday. And if you want a movie trailer version, it's grit, faith, and a little bit of chaos stitched together. Start here. New York walked into the week as the last winless team in football. Owner Woody Johnson publicly said what plenty of people were whispering, that it's hard when you have a quarterback with the rating that we've got. That line blew up. Players reacted. Fans reacted. The franchise felt cornered. Then the Jets stunned Cincinnati 39-38, pulling off a fourth quarter rally that looked like a scripted redemption arc. Reuters, the emotional thread is the one that ties the whole story together. Justin Fields didn't posture. He got raw. He told reporters he'd been damn near crying on the field and admitted he'd broken down at home. In my closet, he said, praying for one thing, a win. That vulnerability landed like a punch because in pro sport, admitting hurt is rarer than a perfect spiral. It wasn't weakness. It was a human moment that explained why the win mattered beyond standings. ESPN.com, okay. The game. This was not a one-man show, but a collective swing. Breece Hall was the engine. 133 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and wait for it, he threw the game-winning touchdown with under 2 minutes left. Yes, Hall the runner became Hall the passer on the decisive play. Fields did his job with 21 of 32 passing for 244 yards and a touchdown, and he delivered a gutsy 2-point conversion that kept the comeback breathing. This was a team effort where the narrative finally matched the scoreboard. Reuters. Let's break the momentum down like a coach drawing up a 2-minute drill. The Jets trailed by double digits early in the fourth. The Bengals looked comfortable. Then, New York flipped the script. Clutch runs, a late-game trick play to tie it up, a 2-point conversion that wasn't pretty but was decisive, and then Hall's touchdown pass that put the Jets ahead. Credit the offensive design and the players' willingness to stay aggressive when most teams would panic. NewYorkJets.com. Now, about the owner's comments. Fields called them outside noise. That line is a masterstroke for a headline, but it's richer than soundbite theater. Players don't perform in a vacuum. When your franchise leader publicly questions you, it amplifies pressure, changes locker room dynamics, and gives every critic a megaphone. For Fields to go from that pressure to leading a comeback in the same week is either a fluke or a statement. The city will decide which. Yahoo Tethau. Here's the human microbeat you should not miss. Fields' admission that he prayed like crazy before the game. That's not just locker room grit talk. That's someone who needed emotional centripetal force to function. And when the lights came on, he performed. That fragility to focus arc is exactly what makes sports meaningful. It's the thing that turns a stat line into a story. ESPN on. Let's be honest about stakes. This win doesn't erase problems. The Jets still have holes on defense, protection issues, and a glaring need for consistency. But in seasons built on small margins, the psychological flip matters. A franchise coming off a long slide needed something to hang its hat on, a moment, a rally, a player standing up. Sunday bought Aaron Glenn and Justin Fields something priceless: time and the benefit of doubt. It doesn't buy a playoff berth, but it buys belief. Reuters now the flip side. The optics. Owners publicly criticizing players is a hot-button move. It risks dividing the building and giving the media endless churn. If the owner's comments were meant to light a fire, they did. But they also risked igniting a burnout. Whether Woody Johnson's words were helpful or harmful will be debated in the barbershops and boardrooms of New York for weeks. The takeaway: leadership speaks loudly and sometimes louder than intended. Yahoo Tethau. What does this mean next? Momentum is a fragile thing in the NFL. A single loss, an injury, or a misread call snaps it. The Jets get a bye now. Perfect timing. If they use the week to repair fundamentals and keep the emotional reset intact, this win could be the hinge between a lost season and a springboard. If they don't, the narrative machine will turn back towards skepticism. The next games will test whether Sunday was a pep talk or a pivot. NewYorkJets.com. Final note, and a line you'll want on the end of your thumbnail: sports aren't about avoiding pressure. They're about what you do with it. Justin Fields walked through public doubt, private tears, and internal chaos. Then he threw a winning pass and helped finish a historic comeback. That's messy. That's human. And for New York for now, it's enough. Close on this, they wanted a headline to bury him. He wrote the comeback instead.